Let's get a move on then and put the spotlight on the company Carousel Group, which essentially manufactures sinks. We've got with us the management, which is Chirag A. Parekh, who's the chairman managing director. Thanks so much for taking time out. Now, given the fact that, quartz sinks constitute about 15 to 20% of the total kitchen sinks in developed nations like the US and the UK, can you share your insights as to how you can leverage this market share, how you can look to further expand?
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show. I think last time I said that the granite sinks are the fastest growing category right now. Globally, it's not just India, but it's global. You'd be surprised to hear that the last data what we have is that the most of the developed nations like Germany, UK, they have started having more than 50% market share for the granite sinks. While our strategy has been now to globalize our brand, so we are right now focusing on the product expansion as well as market expansion, and we want to leverage this across the world.
Broadly, how much of your business you would say essentially is coming from the organized versus unorganized market, and how much is coming from tier 1 and tier 2 cities?
You are talking about India or globally?
Globally.
Globally. So I think first of all, we do not I think we have a premium product, so I think we don't have any kind of unorganized market. The most of our revenue comes from the Europe, UK, and the US, which I think is about 65% of the revenue, and then it balances obviously India and Asia. Coming to so I think most of this developed nations, I think they all have we have the tier 1. But I was particularly talk about India is that the tier 2 and the tier 3 market is substantially growing, and we have seen a huge upside on it. So as far as India is concerned, most of our galleries expansion are happening in the tier 2 cities.
The other thing, Chirag, is that what one is reading from all the channel checks, India is where the property market is in a boom, right? So just wanted to understand whether you see your domestic share actually increasing far more than exports.
I think it's a no-brainer the way India is shaping up. I think we're very confident, very bullish. Yes, we have been a predominantly an export company, but I think we are changing our tracks. I think the next 5 years are going to be very India bullish. Hence, I think in the last interview that I had mentioned that we are coming with a range of products. We're doing a great product expansion. We are building up our brand building capabilities in India. We're also putting up a new manufacturing units for the built-in appliances and for the faucets in India. So I think we are looking at a great India story moving forward.
Okay. Could you broadly tell me that what are the trends which are there in terms of this entire kitchen upgrade cycle which has happened? Because you are a play on kitchen upgrade cycle. Indians first upgraded their floors from marble to tiles. Then they upgraded their bathrooms, from, variety of things were there. Now the kitchen upgrade cycle is moving. How real is this, and how will you benefit because of this?
Yeah, so Nikun, very good question. I think this lifestyle thing has changed after this COVID. We have passed through this COVID wave. Especially in this Western countries, you have a change of a sink every 4 to 5 years. Hence, the demand of the kitchen sinks are very high there because they change their kitchen sinks and the platform every 4 to 5 years. We've been seeing a lot of this happening in India. While in this COVID time, a lot of people are spending at home, and even now that's in the culture, it's still there. A lot of people want to work from home culture, so they want to have a great kitchen. Plus, you're talking about the Gen X and the Gen Zs who likes to be at home, wants to throw parties at home. So they have been focusing a lot on the kitchen, not for primarily India, but for the bathroom, because we still have those kitchens who are on a closed door behind your dining tables. I think that trend is gradually changing. People are giving a lot more focus to the kitchen products, and that's why we see a huge wave coming up, more on the lifestyle change in India.
I wanted to also get in some insights from you as to how you're looking at transition in terms of outsourcing chimneys and hobs, because that makes up 60% of the company's appliance sales, given that there were plans to invest in phase 1 and 2 for adding 1 lakh units in each phase. How are you looking to handle that transition?
Yes, built-in appliances, we see big demand coming up, and I think it's the most promising segment. We have great margins there, not just for India, for the exports. We want to leverage that through our exports distribution also. We are starting our phase 1, which is going to be coming up in quarter 3. We're starting at 100,000 units, and then we're going to then, later on, we're going to build capacity for another 100,000 units, which is going to be primarily built for the kitchen goods and the jobs.
So is it a tall order for you to get to 1,000 crore in FY25? This is a realistic number.
I think at the rate what we've been going, the new plus strategy coming into play, which I said last time, Nikunj, that our 80 to 90% competition comes from Europe, primarily from Germany. So when the costs are rising high out there, we have a lot of, there's a huge shakeup globally. So they are all looking at India to source, and with the shock technology, I think we still are the only third license in the world who has this technology. So I think, yes, I think you'll be able to see moving forward in our next quarters, but we are very confident that with our opportunities lying ahead and what some of the deals we are planning to crack, I think this is going to pretty much put us in the range of 1,000. So we are quite confident to hit this 1,025.
Chirag, great to have you on the show, and good luck with the businesses. We'll chat again soon, and I'm sure the festival season up ahead as well is going to only bring in more fervor for your domestic sales at least.